If it's 29, I'm gonna do it.
We'll do it live.
Okay. And we're in game. And we're doing the thing. It's just me and the Bobmeister in game this morning. We got everybody here with us. We'll be going out into the cathedral fairly soon to put up everybody's gratitudes. Good morning, Rob. As you show up, if you feel like throwing a gratitude in the comments, we will diligently throw it up on one of the permanent monuments that will last as long as electrons are still flowing through computer systems on Earth.
Yeah. Hey, Corey, question.
45.
Who's here verbally with us? I know it's not just you and me.
That's true. Well, you can see Greg and you can see Doreen on the show thing.
All right.
So they have cameras.
For those who can't see, maybe, I don't know. Go on.
Yeah, because people listen to this as an audio podcast. Wait, nope.
Is that a thing?
I'm taking you over my knee later.
It's really not.
There are people who do things and don't watch; they listen. All right, let's carry on.
That is true. No, you're right, Bob. And I do forget that all the time because this was designed as a visual medium. But people are folding laundry, they're doing stuff. I don't know what they're doing, but they're welcome to do it. Good morning, Chet. Good morning, Ginny. Good morning, Wallace. So yeah, we're hanging out here just for a couple minutes. If anybody who is with us has any kind of announcements, we actually got a sneak peek of the baby bump this morning from Coffee Baby, which I'm pretty excited about. It's
Doreen, by the way. It's not Corey or I. Or
no.
Doreen.
We've just as a show family, we've just sort of adopted. And also named this.
So, Greg, this is me looking at you funny if you were in game.
Whoa. And then walks through the fire.
I hope you burned your ass in the fire.
Yeah,
Should I get up? Should I do it again to show the people on chat?
Yes. No one's going to be upset by this. And hold on, let me turf the game here for a second. All right.
Okay.
Go to town. Coffee baby!
I'm pretty sure there's a human baby in there.
Right? We can't be 100% sure, but we are 99% sure.
I'm no expert, but I think there might be a human baby in there.
I think you're right.
Right. Oh, that's very cool, man. That's very cool.
Indeed.
So yeah, I'm not in game this morning, folks. So other people will have to tend to the gratitudes out in the cathedral when we do that. If you would like to tell us what you're grateful for and put it in the comments, it has to be short and concise so it can fit on a Minecraft sign, but we will post it up permanently in the Cathedral of Reason, in the gratitude chamber. So get on it. Good morning, Judith Rodriguez. Nice to see you this morning.
So, Doreen, was that the coffee cheers, or is there something else?
Oh, there's something else.
My!
What's everybody drinking? I've got orange spiced tea because I can't do coffee cheers.
I actually we got some Four Sigmatic coffee, which is this weird Finnish nonsense with a bunch of crazy mushrooms in it, and also coffee. It's very good.
Yeah,
interesting.
Cool. Well, should I go ahead and make my announcement?
Yeah. Everybody who's not in the show with us, make sure you have a morning beverage on hand right now for a cheers.
I'm ready.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
The original biological designation for Coffee Baby is a boy.
It's a boy. All right.
I just saw Bob jumping up and down in the game.
Because we sure didn't have enough male energy in here already. So
thinking ahead, Greg. That's great.
We got to keep our 95% male gamer ratio going.
Yes, absolutely. At least we know that Coffee Baby will have an extremely well developed sense of empathy.
That's beautiful. I love the blue boy thing. What? All right.
This is a paint sample. Actually, I'm crafty too.
Nice.
There you go.
Highly talented.
You want to set the time for us, and we'll run out there.
Boy, do I. He goes
Wow,
for
you should
coffee.
take this job all the time. He's way more enthusiastic.
Boy, do I! I love
I'm like-
walking out. I love walking out during the moonrise.
I don't normally drink that
That's
much
one of my.
coffee this
That's
morning.
one of my favorite things.
Beautiful.
All right, people have already started putting them on the walls back here. I like that idea.
I've been placing them wherever I could find space.
I'm cool with it.
All right, I got one if somebody wants to
really-
help me out there.
Really
I'm
awesome.
ready.
Greg is grateful for Johnny Nash.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I'm going to explain it. Don't worry.
I'm putting this one right by the door.
NASH, right? It's important to me. Thank
Yep.
you. Done. And yeah, actually shouting them out helps because I don't trust my browser.
All right. I think I saw.
Oh,
one
we
from,
actually can do fireworks in Minecraft. I didn't even think of that this morning. Gosh darn it!
How dare you?
Yeah.
right.
Yes, Dave. Yeah, Dave's asking, do you ever get to shoot anything in this game? Yes. With bows and arrows, and yeah, absolutely.
Bring back survival mode
No.
with constraints.
All right, I
really,
got Fred's.
really got to get on that. Yeah.
I've got one when you guys are ready.
Ready, mine.
I'm grateful for Zach, and that's spelled Z-A-C-H. Yesterday was our 5-year wedding anniversary, but today is the anniversary of when we met. We met 10, 11, 12.
Grateful for Zach.
Mm-hmm.
TACH. Got it. Thank you, Doreen. See, Doreen knows how to support this effort. Thank you, Doreen. I was just thinking this morning, Doreen is like the breath of sanity in our beautiful asylum here that we have. So, and I mean that with positive love when I say asylum.
It's a good qualification to meet, I guess.
I got chest from above. I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember exactly what he said. But
Oh, where'd he go? I'll find him. I don't see one. Grateful for church, says chat.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Corey has that one right.
yeah, I'm almost done.
Yeah. Status report. Come on.
Peter done. Ginny, something about triptans. Do that one.
So you're doing that one?
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I may have coffee, but enunciating is still important to me. Thank you.
So since we have at least one new person that I haven't seen in church before, Corey and I started a Minecraft server with the idea of making a pretty sharp and alarming political statement. And the first thing that happened was Bob showed up and put a sign on the beach that said, "I'm grateful for this space." And then Corey started building a cathedral, and that's why we have Gratitude Cathedral in our Minecraft server world. We call this the Church of Reason because we focus on spiritual things that are not necessarily religious, and expressing our gratitude every Sunday morning. And we usually talk a little bit about, somebody brings a topic to the table that's just positively affirming of our lives and how we live them. And we're really grateful to all of you that are here with us this morning. Wallace Campbell, can't wait till we're back to live casting with coffee and donuts in the morning, right? Hey,
Hey,
we got the
Greg,
coffee part. Yes.
I put up grateful for the shout outs because I know that not just today, but earlier in the week on at least one of your shows, you did a shout out for me. So thank you.
Oh, I did? I don't remember.
Specifically, you said church is happening and you gave the details and you said hosted by Bob. Well, actually, Bob is there. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I don't care how you say it.
You have often hosted, so
Yes.
you were the first member of this church. This church only happened because of you. So
Yes. Well, thank you.
so there's
And,
that.
Yeah, make sure
What
you take
were,
compliment.
Our idea was to be smartasses on Minecraft and live stream it and not do anything of any value except to poke at the president. But Bob, of course, had a better idea. So that's
a much better idea. In fact, Bob, and it got partially destroyed, but this is mostly the same thing. Like this, is made of blocks of wood, and he literally just put this in what was just a field, and we built the entire cathedral around this one monument.
And it was inspired because I saw on Twitter that Greg had said he was in Minecraft, and I got curious. And then it went from there. And then the positivity from Corey, Greg, and other people in our fam, so to speak, right? So then the next domino that fell was like, I'm going to put up this gratitude thing because we all rock.
Amen.
Oh, J-Bar is telling us she's not in church this morning because we're so thankful to be at Deb and Harper's house for Thanksgiving. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving.
That's nice.
Yeah. I always forget that, even though I lived up there for 9 years, that it happens before Halloween when you're in Canada. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you're stuffing yourselves with turkey and Tim Tams and coffee crisp.
Yeah. Who's got that, Corey? You or me?
I got it. I'm doing it right now.
Thank you. Oh, I like the clap good ring. I think it's important to shout out and recognize what people are doing, even if people can see what people are doing, such as what Dream did. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Sunrise, I would imagine, will be coming fairly soon, so I'm going to head up there.
Daylight. Nighttime. How's that meme go? Daytime. Nighttime.
Daytime. Yeah, it's from that. What's the video with all the crazy animals?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. Oh, yeah. And Virginia reminds us tomorrow is Indigenous Peoples Day, not Columbus Day. I'm with her on that.
All right. So here on in, we will observe a moment of silence for the sunrise.
A moment of silence, Greg.
I mean, so Greg, you said you had something for this morning?
I do. It may not be the only thing, though. So if anybody else has anything they want to talk about, that's fine with me.
Me.
Go to town.
All right. So if you take away one word from this, the word is environment, which is part of the foundation of our existence. So the thought in my mind is choose your communities carefully. What do they support behaviorally now and in the future? And this ties to what we were talking about earlier, where because of the people that I am choosing carefully and surrounding myself with that empowered me to empower others and then to help this community grow in my own small way. So it's not just about you. It's about empowering all of us by choosing your communities carefully and choosing your environment carefully. So there you go.
I like it. One thing I'll add to that, if you haven't listened to the TED Radio Hour or to TED Talks generally, actually I started this morning by throwing on some Keith Olbermann, who is like distilled rage, and it's extremely appropriate and good. But I threw some TED Talks on after that, and which I highly recommend anyway, just in this time of ridiculousness. It's good to know that there are just insanely smart people doing insanely smart things. But with the TED Radio Hour, she actually re-released one on climate. And in it, there is, a lady that was tasked with leading up the Paris Climate Agreement. And she talks about gritty, stubborn optimism in a way that all of us can absolutely benefit from. Literally every living human being could benefit from listening to that. So if you want to dig that up and find it, that whole episode is fantastic. And they're all fantastic. G-Money. Or Doreen.
Interesting. Yeah, Doreen, did you have anything you wanted to jump in on?
I just wanted to reinforce my gratitude for this group. And I'm really thankful for this pregnancy. I've been able, forcibly to stop drinking, which I think I might be quit for good this time. I'm walking 5 miles almost every day. I'm the healthiest I've been in probably a lot of years. So it's very good. And I'm grateful all of you are here to help me feel excited about it because, in this very little actual contact world, this is a really great place to hang out.
Doreen, question. Then that's awesome. You
Yes,
said
sir.
quit drinking. If I heard correctly, quit drinking alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't drink alcohol either.
I mean, my folks owned a bar for 35 years, so sometimes when I get a little too far down the slippery slope, it was really easy for me to dismiss the dangers. So, it's good to have a reason to not at all, and I think I'm gonna be able to be quit for good this time.
We can talk about the origins of my decision later, but yeah, that's awesome, Doreen. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to catch Donna and Darla up. Laugh Track and Giggle Track are both here. We know Coffee Baby is a boy. Doreen gave us a gender reveal this morning before you guys arrived, so we're really stoked about that because what the server needs is more male energy. That's my. And a joke so good I made it twice. But anyway, all right. So what Corey said about gritty optimism kind of plays into what I wanted to talk about this morning. There's a lot going on in the world, and I got to tell a little 2-minute backstory to get to what I wanted to say. Some of you know this already. Some of you may not know, but when I was about 6 years old, my dad came home from work one day and he was carrying the National Geographic Atlas of the World from the reference library at the Hollywood Public Library in South Florida to look up where a place was on the map because there was no internet then. It was a country called Botswana. And he was doing that because my grandfather was then working a job in South Africa and had been told that there was a job available doing similar kind of work, putting in a pipeline for a national government in Botswana. And so we moved when I was 6 years old from South Florida to Shashi, Botswana, which is a railroad siding, population 300. And it was about 35 miles from the second biggest city in the country, which was Francistown. That time had about 8,000 people. To give you an idea of how remote this place was, our phone number was 9. There were 24 phone exchanges in all of Botswana, and ours was 9. They were still using old coal-burning steam engines, like the old Wild West black steam engines. There were 27 miles of paved road in the entire country. The country had been a British protectorate, not really a colony, but a protectorate called Bechuanaland. There's a movie that came out a few years ago called A Kingdom of Our Own about the founding of Botswana and its first president, Seretse Khama. And he plays into my story as well. The country was so small that he flew himself. He was a licensed pilot. He had been he'd fought in World War II and become educated in England. But the country didn't get its independence till 1968. So in 1971, when we arrived there, it's a brand new country. And he landed his own plane on the Francistown Airport runway. And when he got out, there was a 10-piece brass band there. And they played a song. The country was so new, they didn't have a national anthem. Okay. And so the song that they chose to play, and I later learned that this was an iconic song for the people of Botswana, was the song "I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone" by Johnny Nash. So when he arrived at the airport, that's what they played. And I remember being, I had to go into the city in Francistown to go to church group. And I traveled with a lot of little African kids to places wherever they went on field trips. And I remember them taking us in a stake bed truck out to a dam where there was there was water, and teaching them how to swim. And I already knew how to swim. So on the way out and back, I want you to picture my little pink white self and 30 little African children all singing "I Can See Clearly Now the Rain Is Gone." And I thought this week we lost Johnny Nash, who wrote that song and who had an enormous hit with it. And I don't know if any of you have ever paid attention to the lyrics or not, but one of the things I talk about in my work when I talk about happiness, and happiness has been a search for me in the last 5 to 6 years, but happiness is with you wherever you go. If you have it, it doesn't matter what you have. I drive by a park once every couple of weeks on a Saturday, and I see, 80, 90 little kids with beautiful, beautiful uniforms and pool table flat soccer fields with striping on them and nets, and their parents waiting on the sidelines in little tents with orange slices and snacks. And they're moderately happy kids, right? But I learned to play soccer with 20 other little kids with a ball of newspaper wrapped in wire, wrapped in tape, wrapped in more tape. That was our soccer ball on a dirt pitch, a hard dirt pitch. And we didn't have goalposts. We had little Mopani logs for corners for where the goals should be. And those kids were every bit as happy as the kids I see playing soccer on these perfect pitches with great uniforms and parental support here in my town in Florida. Those kids were happy. And I always wonder about that. And that's because happiness is not about what we have. It's about what we do and who we are. And I understand that there's a lot of baggage there. I'm a post-colonial white kid living in a country that was just finding its way. But I want to read the lyrics to the song "I Can See Clearly Now." And I never understood when I was little why this song was important to the people of Botswana. But it's "I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here's that rainbow I've been praying for. It's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day." And there's this little interim that's "Look all around you. There's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead. There's nothing but blue skies." And I just absolutely love that lyric because it's in a place where, tribal Africans, native black Africans, and there are native white Africans too, were not in a happy place in 1966 to 1970 in the African continent. There were civil wars, there was death, there was torture, there was apartheid above us and below us. And the country to the south of us was South Africa, and the country to the north of us was Rhodesia, which was also an apartheid white-ruled country. And it was really, as I grew older, it was a really cool thing to understand that this was an optimistic, forward-looking people. Living in a desert country, so of course the sky is blue. It never rains. And when they finally got their own currency, they named it Pula, which means rain, because that's the most valuable thing there is when you live in the desert. So I just thought, when we lost Johnny Nash this week, this came to my mind, that song was really special to all of these people, adult people, not just little kids, not just music fans. It was pretty much their national anthem because they didn't have any music composers to make one. So they just found a song that became their national identity in like 1969, 1970 when it was new. And it's always been a special song to me. And I just want to share that with you guys this morning. So I'm grateful for happiness where we find it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Indeed.
Thanks, Greg.
I'm not crying. You are.
I'm hugging you mentally.
Thanks, guys. That's all I got.
Your timing was fantastic. We just got to watch a really beautiful sunset.
The
And
only
what
thing
the-
missing is me going back. That's the next thing I want to accomplish. I want to go back to Botswana.
Indeed. All right. Well, anyone have anything else?
Oh, I sure killed the room.
I feel pretty content.
Yeah.
That was a good message.
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
you know, and I kind of scowl at happiness, and it's because things are complicated and difficult. And I don't know. When I heard that lyric this week, I started thinking about us.
right.
I started thinking about where our country is right this minute.
So there's a phrase that I wrote down and was deciding whether to share. And the phrase is, there's a difference between happiness and being complacent. And this was highlighted for me by Dan Harris, ABC News co-anchor, but also a co-founder of the 10% Happier meditation app. And that's important to him because he's a New York go-getter, etc. Right? So you can be happy and still not be complacent and get crap done. Sorry for saying crap.
Oh
No,
no!
oh
He
no!
said crap.
He swore in church. Oh no!
Wow. There you go. Thank you.
I'm giving you the Kamala Harris look.
Oh snap! I wanted to apologize when I saw that look. It's like I don't.
Right? I immediately
Yeah.
looked to make sure I wasn't doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has that effect on many of us.
Highly skilled.
Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. Man, we only have a few more weeks.
I caught that.
I did another literature drop yesterday. I did 2 lists.
Nice.
That's awesome. Thanks,
Nice.
Jordan.
And you know, we kind of don't want this place to be political, but we're in a moment right now where this moment is beyond political.
Yeah, human rights. We can
It's
support it.
existential at this point, and I think it's okay for us to once in a while give that a tweak.
Totally think it's okay to support human rights. Hey, on that note, all are welcome. Just saying. But yeah, and if you don't respect human rights, yeah, well, goodbye.
Yeah. All except.
There you go.
Well, and this local race is super important to me because I believe in public education, even though my kids aren't school aged yet. The QAnon-backed candidate wants to defund public schools further, and we've been doing that since the 90s. So it's really important for me to assist the person that believes in public education to succeed if possible, because we're in a real dangerous spot with this particular candidate that's running against her.
Yeah, you had me at QAnon-backed candidate.
Crazy.
And,
Hey,
I mean,
Maria,
like, as if there was
go ahead.
anything more polar opposite than what we're doing here. It's like, no, we're just going to believe that this fat complete failure is our, God. Okay, all right.
And St. Carl Sagan of the Church of Reason warned us about exactly these kind of leaders. Or attempted
Explicitly.
leaders. Explicitly warned us.
Interestingly enough, another podcast recommendation. Chris Hayes interviewed a guy that wrote a book about Keynesian economics, Keynes,
Right.
and where he first sort of came to prominence was after World War I, where he basically he ran the economics department for England during World War I, where England had an entire managed economy, completely managed economy, right? Because everything was getting done into the war effort. So he saw
Right.
how all that stuff was working, and basically came to realize very, very quickly that we managed to get all of this stuff done with a centralized planned economy, right? And you want to, still have, freedoms and markets, yeah, whatever. But they managed to do that. And when they were coming up with the peace and slapping huge reparations on Germany, and he wrote this book
Oh, yeah.
about exactly how it would go. because when people are just seeing all of the resources in their country flowing out to other people, it's going to increase anger. It's going to increase suffering. It's going to increase, vilification of the other. And, you're going to have this situation where, people are going to want to focus in on strongmen and dictatorial things. And those people are going to be able to wield a whole hell of a lot of power. He literally predicted every single thing that led to World War II.
Yeah.
And about 20 years in advance, which is crazy. And I mean,
because he's an
what we're doing
economist and they're numbers nerds and nobody listens to them. And nobody listened to him.
Well, interestingly enough, he was actually a philosopher first and an economist. That was kind of
I didn't know that.
and a super psycho beatnik and like free love advocate in the 20s, which was like, okay, that's weird.
All right.
Anyway, Chris Hayes, why is this happening? I think it's
Nice.
This podcast. I think it's really good.
From the comments,
Okay.
Maria says the lyric that is profound in that song is about seeing obstacles. We identify obstacles with absolute truth and we resolve them with love. And it just jumped on me. We resolve them with love for ourselves and for others. There you go. Nice. And Casey, good morning, Casey, says, personally, I'm happy wherever I am, no matter what, and probably one of the least complacent people I know. So that's good. That's good. I seek to emulate people like that. Yeah. Virginia, people like to believe that something has control. The lack of control makes humans uneasy and they'll grasp for anything to make themselves feel better. That explains so much current behavior is fear driven. So much of what drives QAnon is fear. Whether that's a rational fear or irrational fear is another question. But yeah, I mean, what's driving those ideas is fear. And I think fear doesn't bother me, but irrational fear bothers me. I understand it. I have irrational fears, but it bothers me when we let that drive policy and the way our country's going to act about things. So there.
All right. Well, Coffee will be back tomorrow. Coffee Baby is doing fantastic. And hey, are we having Ash on tomorrow, or is it Wednesday that we're having her on?
I think we said tomorrow. That's as far as I know, that's the plan. Cool. Always good when Ash Gallagher, our friend, globetrotting journalist and author and poetess, comes to join us for coffee, classing up the joint like she does.
Indeed.
So yeah, I don't know what we'll talk about. It's like there's anything going on in the world. We could talk about presidential endorsements.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure she'll have something to say about that.
Anyway, on that note, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day.
So. It is.
Bye. Thanks for letting me co-opt this session for
That's
a
great stuff.
miniature gender reveal party.
Yeah, no, you didn't co-opt anything. We're so grateful that you decided to do that here. It's fantastic.
Oh, Bob dipped out on us. Did Bob dip out on us? Or did I just
Yeah, Bob
he
had to
did.
go.
Okay, so you need to lead us out, Jareen, with the thing.
Oh, all right. 1, 2, 3.
In
the
name
Of
of
science.
science.
God, we're awful.
So bad. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. All right. Yeah. So we'll see you guys on Monday. Ciao.
Bye.